My name is Richard Scott. I'm the head of sound on the Commitments, and we're in the Palace Theatre on Shaftesbury Avenue, London. Well, we use the M-48s because they're quite a versatile unit. Where we run monitors front of house for the band, we run the monitors from front of house. We don't have a separate monitor desk. So basically, they have a lot of control on it. So the musician has a lot of control themselves without having to request a monitor engineer to change a mix during a show. And so basically we can set up a general mix that we send to them, and then they have a lot of control, EQ, reverbs, level pans, everything they can do themselves on the one small unit. And it all runs via Cat5, so it's very simple for cabling terms as well, where you try to keep the pit as clean as possible, so to speak, because it can get a bit of a nightmare with all the cables up there. So it's a nice run for that as well, and it just gives them a lot more versatility basically, and not having to contact someone to get to front of house during the show every time to change something if needed. And also where we get a lot of depths in the West End, depth musicians coming in and playing, that they can all store their own settings. So literally they walk in, press a button, and it records their settings, and when the original muso comes back to their chair, they can just recall. So there's no faffing about with, I can't hear this, I can't hear that, because they all like very different mixes. So that's kind of the main reasons we use them. We first used them touring a West End show. Again, We Will Rock You, a rock and roll show. It's the first time we ever used them, and they work very well on that. And although this is an install, it did have to go in quite quickly and stuff as well. So they're just very easy to install. And for me, the other ones on the market, they just don't compare really. So I think these, I don't know how to explain it. I think they're quite well thought about for musicians, and to be able to use themselves. They're very simple, and it just gives them, like I say, a lot more versatility and their ability to keep their own mixes how they want them and not have to harass a front of house engineer with no monitor board in the middle. It just takes out that man in the middle basically. And also where we've got a stage band in this, and they're good players but they're not the same, and so it gives them a great control of being able to mix if there's different people on the stage as well. Obviously they play very differently, and it just groups it all together and gives them enough channels to be able to separate it out and have everything they need, because it includes, we need the effects, they have to have the MD talking back to them. Just all the inputs on it make it a lot easier for the muso to get exactly what they need in their ears, which gives everyone a better show, out front, back there, everything. So it just helps as well, because in theatre, obviously the band aren't on stage, they're hidden away, and in this show in particular, they're up, you have to climb up ladders to get into a small little box where they are, where you can be seen by the audience. And so it's a lot easier if they can just look after themselves, and we're not having to basically, interrupt a show just to try and can't hear a guitar properly or whatever. So they can do so much that it's a lot easier for us as well. And they're going to work, they've always got their mix saved, so someone can go up there and knock a button that shouldn't be up there by accident, and it's a very simple solution. It's not 2 hours of fault finding to find out what's happened. It's just recall your settings first, and then if it's back to normal, it's all good.